Hey there, guys. Happy Tuesday. I know it's weird to see me on a Tuesday, but I don't think that I'm going to be able to do any other videos this week. We have a hurricane coming, and so we'll be dealing with all that the next couple days. So I went ahead and decided to do one today. So today I've been making those little bar necklaces, and I don't have one out here to show you. And I'm totally obsessed with them. So I'm going to make one of those with my jelly plates. So it's kind of a twofer today. So I'm just using my little, I think this is a 3x3 little square jelly plate today. I'm going to do shades of green because I haven't done that yet. And again, the reason that I use the jelly plate, there are two reasons. It creates a really cool texture on the clay, and if you just paint right on clay with acrylic, you're going to wait forever for it to dry. So this makes it dry much more quickly than if you would just put the paint right on here. So I'm going to do shades of green. I have my Artesas. These are on. I finally was able to do an Amazon shop, I guess you would call it. So I'll put the link to that, and it's under the mica powders and paints and whatever tab in the shop. So I'm going to use Pearl Olive, Pearl Cactus, a very little bit of this, it's chromium oxide green, bronze, and some just eggshell, what do they call it? Ecru. So I'm going to just do some dots across. I don't want too much of this dark, so I'm just going to do very little. You could just do a swipe of, a swipe across if you want. I just do dots because you can kind of guide it better, I feel like. And I think I will do one more of these, since I have room left. And a little tiny bit of this again. Okay, so I'm going to take a wide paintbrush. If I had a full one, I would probably use it. I'm going to get this out of the way. Oh, by the way, this is white rolled out onto a 2. And when I say rolled out onto a 2, that means that through my pasta machine, I have an Atlas 150. It's about the 2mm thickness or so. So for non-clay people, that's what that means. So I'm just going to swipe across with this. And I'm going to go back. Now, the pattern that you're going to get is whatever is underneath. So those colors will still be under there. So I'm going to take my white clay and just pop it on here. I'm actually going to just lightly brayer it. So that I can get all of it on there. And that's what I've got when I come up, and you can see all the texture in there also. So since I have some on here, I'm gonna go ahead and lift that. This is just index card with no lines on it, and I get these at the dollar store. And since I still have some paint on there, I'm gonna go ahead and swipe that on there too. And we'll do that again. And I can use those for something else. Okay. So I'll place all this over here. Okay. Cut some of this off. I'm gonna cut off this extra little bit of white here and here, since that didn't take, and it should be pretty much almost dry. I'm going to give this a minute. I will be right back. Okay, so that's dry. It only took a second. I just shot it with my heat gun. So it's good. So I am going to use this cutter. It was purchased as an earring cutter, but I use it for my bar necklaces. So, and I'm going to go this way, so I have all of the colors across in one here. So I'm just going to press that right. Which side do I like better? I guess right here. I'm going to press that right into here, so that goes across. I'll pull that up, and I'm gonna fix the sides up here so that they're nice. And I am going to put an edge on this of, I'm gonna do green. So I'm just gonna use mica powder. This is moss green mica powder, and forgive the lawnmowers if you guys can hear them out there, or blowers, I don't know which it is. But I'm just gonna dump a little bit of this on here. Pick this up, and I just use a little, like, you know, cosmetic eyeshadow thing, pad or whatever, and just go down the sides. Just gives it a nice finished look. All the way around, so it gives it just a nice look, as you can see. Instead of just the plain white, it looks better. So for the rest of this particular veneer, I'm going to tear. Whenever you paint on clay, I'm learning the tear technique that I love to do so much. Just it's so cool. It comes out so nice. It crackles and everything, and it looks so cool. So I've just been tearing away at these. So I'm just going to start tearing away and placing on here. This is also white rolled out onto it too. So you just want to kind of tear it up and place it. You can overlap, or you can leave empty spaces with white. Whatever you'd like to do. I know that my regulars know all about this, and they are fast forwarding furiously right now. But I do have a lot of new people, some jelly print people that have gotten interested in the clay stuff, so hopefully you're still watching, or at some point will. If you like my videos, please subscribe, and like and comment and all that other fun stuff. And if you really like it, feel free to hit that thanks button. So just tear in place and tear in place, and make sure that you're getting like a good, you don't have too much saturation of one type of the colors and you know, in one area. Like, see that it's kind of spreading out how the colors are in all the different areas here, so that you have a good contrast all the way around. And I think we're good. Let me put one little piece up at the top here. Okay, I think that's good. So I'm just going to kind of roll this just a little bit, and then I'm going to pop my I'm going to put a little piece right here. I don't want so much white. I guess here too. Okay. I'm going to roll this through the machine on a 0, or I'm going to start at a 0. I'm going to roll it this way. That's how it looks on a 0. And then I'm just going to turn it a quarter way and do it on a 1, just to really flatten it out. And I think that's good. But that's how that looks. See how it's real crackly looking? It almost looks like a landscape. So with this, let's make we need new cutters. Let's do small. We'll do this. Oh, this is broken. I'm just gonna do this one. And I kind of want this one's good. Okay. I like to take my just flat acrylic here and just kind of wiggle it around so that it comes out nice. And I don't know how this broke. So I'll do that. Then I take my blade and I spray it with a little bit of alcohol so that this comes up nice. And then I'm going to outline this also with the green mica powder. This is let me get my, there's just a little bit of clay stuck on here. Okay, I think we're good. All right, I need a new one of those cutters because that one is not working very well. Okay. So I'll just kind of make it as nice as I can, because you're not going to be able to go zap it with your little sander afterwards if you put a coat of anything on the outside. So we need to make sure that it's all good. It's got a little disfigured here. I'll bring that out. Yeah, I definitely need a new one of those cutters because it might be a little bit wonky. Oh well. I'm going to do this little piece too, the centerpiece, because I'll probably incorporate it somehow into whatever I make. So there's that. Okay. So I think we're good. So I'm going to go ahead and do the outside of this one. Oops. All the way around. And then also make sure you get the inside here. So just get all the way the inside, any part that's showing the white you want to get. So there you go. This is okay. That's a little better. There we go. And I'm going to do the little piece, the little cutout piece also. Just coat that all the way around. These little cosmetic brushes work the best for this type of thing. I was using those little daubers, but I couldn't get inside to little places, and this just really covers well, so I suggest using those. So I'm going to go ahead and bake those. 275 for 35 minutes, and then I will come back. I won't finish them up like I normally do. I'll come back and I'll show you the next step in the process. So I'll be back. Okay, these are fresh from the oven, and as you can see, I went ahead and made a bar necklace out of the ripped up veneer also. So that's how different they look from each other, from just the regular paint and then for when I do the ripped up stuff. So this is them from the oven. They're still a little bit warm, but that's okay. Won't really affect anything. So I'm going to go ahead and resin them. For those of you that are kind of new to the channel, I use a Cricut sticky mat, which I just reminded myself I need to put on my Amazon thing, on my little store. So, but it helps to keep them from not sliding around your pieces. So you can just stick them right on here, and they won't go anywhere. You don't have to worry about using another apparatus as you're trying to resin your piece. So this is the resin that I use. This is on my Amazon storefront, and I use these little silicone tools, which I just realized I didn't put those on there either. So that's a good thing that I'm doing this, because now I'm getting to see everything that I do or that I need to put on there to help you guys out. So you're just going to put a thin layer around and you want to push everything to the edge. So you're going to go on the inside and then the outside of the edge, all the way around. To make sure that it's all even and looks good and everything else. So do that with all of your pieces that you're going to resin. Some pieces are easier than others, like the bar necklaces are super easy. because it's just a straight shot. But make sure that you get it out to the edge on everything. We'll do this little piece. And after you are done and you have them how they look, how you want them to look, make sure everything's all filled in. Just grab a lighter and you're just gonna go over real lightly to make sure that any kind of little micro bubbles are out of there. And then I'm gonna pop it into my UV resin lamp, which is something else I need to put on my Amazon store, for about 3 minutes or so. So I'm gonna pop these in. And I'm gonna pause you guys, I'll be right back. Okay, so these are done. And this is how they look. These have some nice little metallic-y shine to them because of the paint. So they look super cool. The resin helps that, obviously. So I'm going to assemble one of the bar necklaces. I guess I could have prepped a little better. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. So I just used this little Dremel tool. It's my favorite. I think in the 9 months or so that I've had it, I maybe have charged it once and it still works perfectly, and I use it every single day. So when you're drilling your holes for these, obviously you could just use a little pin vise or a pin drill or anything like that if you want. You don't have to use one of these, but this is relatively inexpensive, and I'll also put this in my Amazon store. Mental note. So when you're doing these, you want to put the holes up towards the top on one side, either this side or that side, up towards the top, because if you put it in the middle, it's going to flop around like this. If you put it at the top, it'll hang nicely and it won't flop around or anything like that. So I typically just click it once. The more you click it, the higher it goes, the faster it goes. So just once, and then I just kind of place it in the corner where I want my hole on both sides. Make sure that the hole's all the way through. Obviously you want them pretty even, and these look like they are. And I cut my chain, I usually measure around my neck of how I want it. I like these kind of up against my neck, so they're not, they're very short. So I'm gonna cut this. This is a really pretty Rollo chain. I like a Rollo chain. Clip that. I'm going to put my little ends on for my clasp, because it's not big enough to go around your head, that's for sure. So I'll put these on. Just open up your jump rings. And on one side, you'll put your jump ring and your clasp. Make sure you close that up, and you always want to do your jump rings, open them to the side like that. Never pull them apart because they get wonky and ugly. You don't want wonky, ugly ones. And then the other side, just put a jump ring on that last little hole. I do have a link for this chain, my Amazon store. I think it's under silver stuff. So then what I do is I close it up and I find the middle down here. It's right about there. And then just snip the middle. I need a new set of these. These are really terrible. So snip that off. Make sure you get a jump ring that's going to be big enough to go around the clay part there. So these should be good. Again, open them sideways. And then you're going to feed through the hole. Which isn't big enough. I switched out my bit because I wanted smaller holes, and sometimes the jump rings are a little too big for them, so. Gotta just widen them up just a little bit. Okay. So slip that in and then your chain. And then the other side. Sorry if I was out of frame there. Let's see. And then again with the lawn people. This is why I don't film on Tuesday, because our lawn people come on Tuesday. Okay, so that's it. There's your little bar necklace with paint, and it's really cute. So I hope you guys give that a try, because they're really fun and they're really cute and they're really easy. So if you're not on Happy Place Studio, the Facebook group, go ahead and join it. I'll put a link in the description. Also, I'll have the link for the Amazon store, and everything is like it's under resin stuff or gel plate stuff or anything like that. So it's a little store. I get very little commission on it, but it's easier for me to give you those links so that you can find your stuff more easily. So subscribe, like, thanks, all the fun stuff, and I hope you guys have a great day. If you live in Florida, be safe. I know we're gonna prepare just a little bit. I've lived here my whole life, so this really isn't much of a big deal. We actually find them fun because we're crazy like that. So you guys will see me, you guys won't see me for a while, because after the hurricane, I'm actually going to Lake Tahoe. My husband has some business, and we're gonna extend it a little bit to have some fun. So I will see you guys like a week from Monday. Have a great couple of weeks or days, times. See ya. Bye.